When the 19th Lord Sempill, and owner of Craigievar Castle, died in 1965, he was survived by 3 female children. There were 2 parts of the title and estates that stood to be inherited. The barony could be passed to either a male or a female heir, and thus passed to the Lord Sempill's eldest daughter. The baronetcy, however, which included the bulk of the estate's land, could only be passed to a male heir. The Forbes were a well-established noble family in the Aberdeenshire area in Scotland, with the baronetcy dating back to 1630 and had a long history of prominence. William Forbes Sempill, the 19th Lord, was a pioneering aviator who helped modernize Japan's Air Force in the 1920s. However, he later became infamous for secretly passing military information to Japan, leading to his forced retirement in 1941. Ewan was one of Lord Sempill's siblings and a trans man. Ewan had begun presenting as a man in the 1930s after undergoing medical treatments in Germany, which were quite advanced for the time. He formally requested to re-register his birth when he was 40 in 1952. Ewan was a practicing doctor at this time. He had even personally placed an announcement in the newspaper that requested that he be known as Dr. Ewan Forbes Sempill. Ewan then married a month later his former housekeeper of 5 years, Isabella Mitchell. When the 19th Lord Sempill died, the Times newspaper reported that the baronetcy would pass to the Honorable Ewan Forbes Sempill, who was, quote, formally registered Elizabeth. Ewan's cousin, John, contested the baronetcy passing to Ewan on the ground that he did not believe that the re-registration was valid and that his cousin Ewan was still legally a woman. The case was taken to the Court of Sessions in secret. The case was not heard in a courtroom, but instead in a solicitor's office. 12 medical experts were called in to give evidence. Ewan's own sister even wrote a letter to be submitted into evidence in support of John's claim, stating that Ewan was a female, although one who went through the phase, as I did myself and so many girls do, of wanting to be a boy. The case dragged on for 3 years. It was ultimately ruled in 1968 in Ewan's favor, that he was indeed the rightful holder of the title. The secrecy of the case meant that it could not be used as a legal precedent in future cases concerning gender recognition. When Ewan died in 1991, the title passed to his cousin, John, who was the one who contested it in the first place.